Hello dear students, today we are going to see data visualization using Python. I am Dr. Alifia Jagirdar, Assistant Professor of Abid Namdar Senior College. Do like and subscribe to this channel. What is the visualization objective? First is to record the information, because we are going to visualize, we are going to see, so we are going to record the information. We are going to analyze the data to support reasoning. We are going to confirm the hypothesis, whatever we are stating, is it correct or wrong. We are going to communicate our idea to others. Okay, so these are the objectives of visualization. Why visualize? Because I am going to record the information. It may be pictorial format, it may be written format, so we are going to visualize the information and record it. Here we are going to point out the interesting things by visualizing. For example, if you see the screen, and now I am going to point out the interesting thing, that is V character. So can you see this? We are going to point out the interesting thing by visualizing it. We are going to visualize to communicate the information. Now the communication can be through the graphs, through tabular formats. So visualization also helps in communicating my information. Visualize is also going to help me to analyze the data. This is of this image is of 2020 US election and New York Times. So it is going to help me to visualize and analyze my data. Now, what are the useful Python libraries? We are going to use Numpy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Cbond and Bokeh. So in our visualization technique, we are going to try and use all these Python libraries into our next coming series. Now, what is a Numpy? Numpy is a fundamental package for scientific computing, and it is exceptionally fast, written in C. Okay, Numpy. So it is a main data structure. An ND array is n-dimensional array of homogeneous data types. Okay, so when I talk about array, it is a collection of similar data types. So here also it says it is n-dimensional array of homogeneous data types. Data manipulation is same like your Numpy array manipulation, and it is used in other libraries such as Matplotlib, Pandas, Scikit and scikit-learn. So this is a Numpy. Numpy is normally we are going to use it in Pandas and all those things. So Numpy is a variable which we are going to work it with our visualization technique. Next is Pandas. It is a tool for handling and analyzing my input data. It is basically used for tabular data format. Okay. It implements powerful data operations, and main data structure for Panda is first is data frame, where it is a table with rows and columns. So data frame is the first data structure whenever I talk about Pandas. In series, it is a single column. So series and data frame are two data structures for Pandas, and this is going to help me to analyze my input data. Okay. Next we talk about Matplotlib. The word itself says that I am going to plot my graphs and then I am going to analyze it. So it is basically used for plotting. It is highly customizable. When I say customizable, means you can analyze your data in many forms, like you can check your data in line format, curve line, histogram, scatter plot and so on. It works with Numpy and Pandas. So Matplotlib is a library which works with Numpy and Pandas. Okay. Let's go ahead with Cbond. Cbond is basically used for statistical data visualization. Whenever you have to do a statistical data visualization, Cbond you have to import. Okay, it uses fewer syntax but good default themes. It will integrate with Pandas data frame. It uses Matplotlib for your under the hood. Like sometimes it uses Matplotlib also, but it really works good with Pandas data frame. Okay. Next is Bokeh. It is used for interactive visualization, which we will be seeing in Tableau also, how interactive visualization can be done. It requires modern web browser, and it is going to integrate, or it integrates with JavaScript. So Bokeh is basically used for interactive visualization. There are different types of plots. The first is line plot, bar, scatter, box, histograms. So you can plot your data and visualize data in many forms, and you can also get the insight for your business. So first is line plot. If I talk about line plot, it is basically used for numerical data. It uses used to show trends. So this is trends. It will compare two or more different variables over time. So this is like 0. It is comparing with 4. So this is how the variables are compared. It could be used to make predictions. So sometimes this predictions can be my data is going up and then suddenly there is a steep into it. So this is a line plot which is used to make the predictions. Next is bar plot, where you have to compare the data. That time you are going to use bar plot. Okay, it is nominal or ordinal categories. Okay, nominal or ordinal categories. It will compare data amongst different categories. Now for example here men and women, so they can compare the data groups, like score for women and score for men can be compared here. It is ideal for more than 3 categories and it can show large data changes over the time. So that is called as bar plot. Scatter plot. Scatter plot is basically used to visualize relationship between two numerical variables. This scatter plot is drawn from the data set called as petal length versus sepal length. So it will identify my length of different petals and sepal, that is setosa, versicula. So these is a scatter plot. It is going to use visualize the correlationship in a large data set. So large data sets we use scatter plot. It will also predict the behavior of dependent variable and it is based on the measure of the independent variables. Okay, so scatter plot is dependent variable based on the measure of independent variables. Normally we use for large data bases. Now this is box plot. It is also called as whisker plot. This is a statistical graph and it is used to set for sets of numerical data. It will show the range and it will show the spread and the center as well. It is normally used to compare the data form of different categories. So minimum, then first quartile, then median, then third quartile, then maximum. So there are quartiles which has to be given, that is 3 quartiles in box plots. 25%, 50% and 75% are the quartiles, the ranges. Okay. Next is histogram. It is one of the most used graph, histogram. It is normally for a continuous data. It will display the frequency, distribution, shape. It will summarize large data sets graphically and it will compare multiple distributions. So that is called as histogram. Thank you so much for listening to this video. If you all have understood, do like and share, and if you all have any comment, you all can write down into your comment section and we'll try to resolve it into next coming series. Thank you.